This is AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia. I am your commentator, Dick Weatherspoon, and we are coming to you from the Stourport Civic Hall for this, the first three matches of our RumbleMania Super Show. The first contest, Global Wrestling Federation Commonwealth Championship. The man we see in the ring currently, Crew Connection number 2. His opponent, the current GWF Commonwealth Champion, Jonny Rose, about to make his way to the ring. We await the arrival of the champion. Wherever you're watching us, thanks for joining us. This is AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia. Jonny Rose, not dressed to wrestle here.
You don't look like you're ready to compete.
Going over to Petey Crockett.
People saw at the front there, I was not dressed up in my wrestling outfit, looking like I'm ready to swim the channel. I've got a leg infection that I don't know how long it's going to take me out for, but I'm going to have to relinquish myself. And but don't worry, because I've got someone else here.
Right.
Someone that's going to replace me. I'm disappointed that I can't wrestle myself.
Okay.
Not just in the match, but in RumbleMania. But I've got myself a replacement. Press that little button there.
Okay.
Rose, unable to wrestle due to a leg infection, relinquished the title. But he says he's got a replacement. Either the replacement or Crew Connection number 2 will become the new GWF Commonwealth Champion. Who will this replacement be? Jonny Rose's substitution. The music is playing. We'll await the arrival. He's back. The modern day Savage, Chris Cage, is back in the area for the Affiliated Wrestling Alliance. His first time here in the Civic Hall for some time. If you remember back in the HCW days when Thomas J. Curtis took over the company and turned it into PWN Entertainment Limited. Chris Cage was fired, but now back under the ownership of Petey Crockett. He is back in the area. Crew Connection number 2 in the green mask, taking on the returning modern day Savage, Chris Cage. Global Wrestling Federation Commonwealth Championship on the line in this one. One fall, 15 minutes of time allowed for this one. I'm Dick Weatherspoon, bringing you AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia. Crew Connection number 2 thinks he's the champion already. Holding the belt up, showing it off. Referee Mr. X says no. The claw is applied. Right off. And the big discus punch from Chris Cage. And that is it. In a world record time. Possibly the shortest match in the 20-year history of the AWA. We've got a new GWF Commonwealth Champion. It's the modern day Savage, Chris Cage. What a return to the Stourport Civic Hall for Chris Cage. Clearly put on a few pounds breaking the bottom rope, but a champion nonetheless. The beautiful bout of the Global Wrestling Federation Commonwealth Champion Chris Cage joins the likes of Axel Rotten, Josh Andrews, Jonny Rose, and Nick Flagg, and most recently Lewis Blaine as being champion. Title had to be given up today. We'll be back with more right after this. AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia continues. I'm Dick Weatherspoon, bringing you the action today from Stourport Civic Hall for the first 3 matches of our RumbleMania Super Show. You've already seen Chris Cage become the new GWF Commonwealth Champion, and now it's tag team action. The last PWN Entertainment Limited World Tag Team Champions, Dickie Bowen, the cocky 16-year-old kid, and his mentor, Nick Flagg, 2 members of the Thomas J. Curtis Network, making their way to the ring now. 2 thugs will bend and break any rule. Look at this guy here, mouthing off to a young family at ringside. He doesn't care who he offends. And now we await the arrival of 2/3 of the AIWF World 6-Man Tag Team Champions. First, Mass Superstar number 3, followed shortly behind by the 2018 Wrestler of the Year, T.C. Brown. A great combination, 2/3 of the Allied Independent Wrestling Federation's World 6-Man Tag Team Champions, along with Johnny Rose. Not sure what the future of that title is now that Rose has handed over his GWF Commonwealth title. We wish Johnny Rose all the best in sorting his leg infection out. We hope he gets back in the ring real soon. Tag team action. Nick Flagg and Dickie Bowen versus Mass Superstar number 3 and the very popular T.C. Brown. We'll be back with the action right after this. Tag team action underway here, thick and fast, as part of the Affiliated Wrestling Alliance World Fighting Showcase Britannia. This tag team action, 1 fall, 15-minute time limit, coming to you from Stourport Civic Hall as part of the RumbleMania Super Show. Making a wish right here is Mass Superstar number 3 on Dickie Bowen. The same is happening with T.C. Brown and Nick Flagg on the other side of the ring with a young fan at ringside. Very popular man is T.C. Brown with the fans wherever he appears for AWA. Advantage Brown and Mass Superstar 3 in the early going of this one. Nick Flagg currently representing his team in the ring. Mass Superstar 3 representing his team in the ring. Referee Mr. X calls for order. And it looks like we are officially underway now. Very important match for both teams here with the AWA World Tag Team Championship Tournament starting out very, very soon. Big enziguri to the back of the head of Nick Flagg, and over to the corner to tag out to the young 16-year-old, the youngest HCW champion of all time. Tricked him then, pointed down at his toes and just grabbed hold of him, did the superstar. And tag, first time officially in the match now for Cirencester and Gloucestershire's T.C. Brown. Hammering the arm of Dickie Bowen. Dickie Bowen chopped in the corner.
Posted up.
One more time from TC Brown. Dickie Bowen is the 2018 Newcomer of the Year, a very controversial category. If you remember back to the year before, it was heated. Nick Flagg actually won that one. So it's passing down the generations, if you will, of this team. Nick Flagg, Newcomer of the Year of 2017. Dickie Bowen of 2018 tag, and in comes TC Brown with a big left hand to the ribs of Dickie Bowen. Shot to the eyes, and now rains the blows in on the back of the head of TC Brown. Big shot from Nick Flagg, who is now officially in this match. Double team stomps from Nick and Dick. Showing off the muscles. Some kind of identity crisis as Dickie Bowen all of a sudden thinks he's some kind of bodybuilding muscle man. Huge clothesline from the Thug. Elbow drop right across the chest. Pin attempt made. Just the two. It's going to take more than that to beat TC Brown, multiple champion. He was the last PWN world champion. Decided to throw the bout in the trash when the promotion changed the name and changed the ownership. And next week we will start to see RumbleMania. 14-man over the top rope to crown the AWA World Heavyweight Champion. That kicks off right here on your TV screens or streamed no matter where you're watching us. Big headbutt from Nick Flagg. Pin attempt, no. Pin attempt again. Yes, next week be sure to join us for the first part of our 14-man over the top rope RumbleMania event to crown a new AWA World Heavyweight Champion. It happens right here next week. Cranking on the neck now. Submission hold applied from Nick Flagg. Something a little different from Nick Flagg. Don't think we've seen him do this one before, but it seems to be effective so far.
This could be it, could be all over. There's one.
AWA will next be in live wrestling action Friday, January 25th, when we bring you the World Fighting Showcase British Heavyweight Championship Tournament as part of our Battle for the Bouts event at Warverley Sports and Social Club. Be sure to join us live. AWA is great on TV, but there's nothing quite like it when you're there in person. Brings the man down. Great maneuver. And the tag is made on both sides. Smashes Dickie Bowen. Smashes Nick Flagg. And the Masked Superstar number 3 is going to town now. Big low blow and a roll-up. And that is all. The muscle man, the muscles from Mansfield, Dickie Bowen. And Nick Flagg victorious in this one. Albeit from a low blow, but victorious nonetheless. Big victory for Nick and Dick here on AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia. We've got more action coming up. Be sure to join us. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
No one bought tickets. No one wants to see a gun show. So Nick Flagg and Bowen starting 2019. Now they left off 2000.
Hello fight fans, Chuck McKinney here, President of the WFS. Today I am proud to announce 2 new championships that will be added to competition. The first of these championships will be the WFS British Championship title. We will be sending this title to England to Thomas J. Curtis and the HCW. Upon receiving the championship belt, they will crown their champion any way they see fit. It will represent the WFS in Britannia and the United Kingdom. And remember, we fight strong.
We are back on AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia. We saw the message earlier on from World Fighting Showcase President Chuck McKinney. That, of course, was sent back when it was in the power of HCW, PWN, and that man right there, Thomas J. Curtis. Of course, it's not anymore. AWA is now belongs to P.D. Crockett, the man you see just behind Thomas J. Curtis there. And this one is for the World Ladies Championship. The announcement from Chuck McKinney came regarding the World Fighting Showcase British Heavyweight Championship, and we will bring it to you Friday, January 25th at Wolverley Sports and Social Club. We will crown a World Fighting Showcase British Heavyweight Champion. This Ladies Championship action, Miss Peggie Lee, along with Thomas J. Curtis, on the way to the ring. We'll bring you the action.
Miss Peggie Lee, as I said, she was the last
AWA Ladies Championship on the line, currently vacant. The last PWN Ladies Champion in the ring on your left, Miss Peggie Lee, taking on the challenge of Lacey James. First time here in AWA. 1 fall contest. The winner of this one will be the very first AWA Ladies Champion. Strong lockup from these 2 ladies. Should be all action in this one. Already very popular with the crowd at ringside is Lacey James. Arguing with anybody that will listen is Miss Peggie Lee. Strong lockup once again. Pulling the hair. Not afraid to bend and break a rule in typical network style. Anybody that's associated with Thomas J. Curtis seems to have that trait of breaking a rule, which is 100% his influence, no doubt. News broke this week, though, that the Barnsley Brawler and Lewis Blaine have split from the network. No longer involved with Thomas J. Curtis are the Barnsley Brawler and Lewis Blaine. Kind of musical differences there between those 3 people. Make a sharp exit out of the ring, did Miss Peggie Lee. Lacey James going right out after her. She knows she's got to get her in the ring to beat her to win the AWA Ladies Championship. Round and round and round we go, and pulls Thomas J. right in front of Lacey James. Cut off at the pass on the way back into the ring. Is it a snapmare? Looks like it may be, and it is. And a big boot to the back. That'll readjust the spine. Standing right on the hair and pulling the arms of Lacey James. That one's gotta hurt. Not that Thomas J. Curtis will know anything about hair pulling. He's not got a lot on top of that bounce. Lacey now back to her feet. Miss Peggie Lee sends her from corner to corner. Big run in on the avalanche. Very proud of herself right now. The former PWN Ladies Champion. Can she make it 2 in a row? Corner once again. Going for another avalanche. The boot comes up straight on the jaw. Huge clothesline from Lacey James. If she can get on her here, it could be title victory. Just grabs the rope. Don't think she quite had enough to kick out of that one. It was a huge clothesline from Lacey James. Head straight to canvas there. Watch out now. Seems like Thomas J. Curtis using the feather boa of Thomas J. Curtis to choke Lacey James against the middle rope. Highly illegal. Like we said, Thomas J. Curtis and his network members will do anything they can to win. Brings the eyes across the top rope. Another illegal maneuver. And head right into the top turnbuckle. AWA Ladies title on the line. Miss Peggie Lee along with Thomas J. Curtis. Blocks and sends in the head of Miss Peggie Lee. Lacey James firing back now. Very even contest this one so far. All action. Just the two. Both ladies trying to get back to their feet. Some heavy blows have been in on this one. Irish whip reversed. Ducks the clothesline. And a big one. Right to the side of the face. From Lacey James. Number 2 sends Miss Peggie Lee down. Picked up and dropped. That could be it. Pin attempt is made. Thomas J. Curtis pulls the foot of Lacey James. Big slap to Thomas J. Which puts Thomas J. on his butt outside of the ring. Where's Miss Peggie Lee? Miss Peggie Lee's grabbed the bout. Is she going? Is she leaving? Thomas J. Curtis back in the ring is Miss Peggie Lee. Bout shot to the top of the head. It can't happen like this. But it has. We have a new AWA Ladies Champion, Miss Peggie Lee. Thanks to distraction from Thomas J. Curtis. And a huge shot with the bout to the top of the head. Miscarriage of justice. But it's going to be a win in the record book for Miss Peggie Lee. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with RumbleMania next week. Be sure to join us then. We'll see you next time. AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia. I'm Dick Weatherspoon. See you next week.
Rolling effort by Lacey James.